Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for another pick a card. I'm really excited about this one. It is encouraging messages. So how I normally do pick a cards is I concentrate on the numbers 1 through 4, and whichever number floats into my mind is the pile that I select. But you guys could think differently. We all do. Our intuition works differently. So if you're more visual, focus on the stones and see which one calls out to you, or maybe the colors, whichever calls out to you. But always go with your very first instinct. Whichever one you feel first, that is the one, because you can easily second guess yourself. And we typically, whatever comes through first is our intuition speaking to us. You can skip ahead now to your pile, but I also want to take a second. I would love to give away 5 free readings to the first 5 people that comment on this video. And once you comment, I will reply with my email, and then we can communicate about the reading. So I would love to do that. I just want to mention, just so there's no misunderstandings, I don't do futuristic type readings. I don't focus on the future. I usually do kind of like energy checks. I would love to do encouraging messages or advice or positive messages, those kinds of things. I try not to do predictions because I just feel like sometimes that takes a little bit of our power away. I do feel like we create our pathways forward, and I don't want tarot to take away your power because we can shift energies. We really can. So I would love to do a reading if you guys are interested in that free reading. We'll talk about it over email. Thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I will see you in your pile selection. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. Thanks so much for being here with me. If you chose pile 1 or this stone, this is your message. So we're looking at the encouraging messages today, and these are pile 1's encouraging messages. I just briefly want to say, I am doing a giveaway for the holidays. I love the holiday season, so if you want to learn more about that, I have time-stamped that in the beginning of this video, so check that out if you want a personal reading from me, free personal reading. But let's get into your message. So pile number 1, the people that chose this pile, I feel like you guys are waiting for communication from someone that hurt you or broke your heart, or it could be a partnership and it could be friendship. If you guys watch Pick a Cards, I'm sure you know that it's going to be different for, different people that click on this, because not everything is going to be the same for everyone. But I feel like it's probably romantic. You did get friendship that came up here several times. So it could be a friend group. It could even be a friend group, a friend group of 3. It doesn't have to be. This is definitely something past that has hurt you. So this is not a prediction. I don't do predictions with tarot. I just do energy checks basically. So I feel like you guys are waiting for communication or an apology from someone that hurt you. You could have even felt like the situation ended in like unrequited love, but you went through a period of grief for sure. There was a lot of passion in this relationship, or if it was a friendship, you guys had a lot of similar interests. You guys had a lot of things that you enjoyed, doing the same, the same types of things were passions of yours. You guys had a lot in common. But I'm going to focus on the love. Let's say this is a love scenario, because that was the initial thing that I kind of thought. Now, mind you, it also could be you guys are waiting to hear back from a job interview, because sometimes the 3 of Wands is about opportunities. So there could be a large array of things that this is linked to. So I'm going to kind of go through what the encouraging messages are, regardless of what the scenario is. Either way, whatever this is that you guys were waiting for, communication that you were waiting for, it caused you a lot of grief. This person in this card is not happy. She's crying. You probably had to do some healing. This card is all about past life healing. It doesn't have to be past life, but it could be something that has gone on for quite some time. And then you also got the Let Go card. walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. So it basically is kind of saying, stop waiting for those ships to come in, stop waiting for that communication. Just kind of give it to God and let things kind of unfold for you. You have this magical gateway here, and this says, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So again, you have to stop focusing on the past, regardless of what this was. I'm just going to say, if this was a job situation or a career, it was really, the reason that it hurt so much and caused grief is because it was really attached to your passions. I think you maybe thought that this really was the pathway for you. But regardless of what the situation was, rejection is protection in my mind. You know, spirit, whomever you believe in, whatever higher power you believe in, they know more than you do. They have heard the conversations without you being present. We are constantly being bombarded by different things on a daily basis, that we don't really understand everything, and that's okay. Sometimes that's part of our path, to kind of go through things and learn them as we go. If we knew how everything was going to work out, what would life be like? If we really truly knew how everything was going to look as it unfolds in front of us, we wouldn't learn our lessons. We would pick different things, and we're here, this is a school for us. We are supposed to be learning, and that's part of the path. But you guys are definitely stepping in, like I said, to this magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So don't focus on the past. Whatever it is in the past, or whatever it is that hurt you here, that this grief is regarding, it's time to kind of start, healing. It's time to really heal. And once you heal, you'll be able to step back into this passionate state. This person is living out her passions. She's a princess, and she's wealthy. She doesn't need the money. She does things because she loves them. And you'll be feeling like, once you kind of step back into yourself, it says, let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. Once you do that, your passions are going to kick in, and you're going to love every day of your life. You're going to wake up and be really excited about what is before you. And healthy communication in relationships came up here. So this could, like I said, you might be waiting for something in regards to communication. It says heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So if this is someone that you're still speaking to, and you're waiting on messages, just keep that in mind. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So, you have to you also got the volatility card. So with this, I just feel like something could have gotten a little out of hand, or maybe you said things you didn't mean, or maybe the communication wasn't the best towards the end of this, or you kind of let your emotions or your passions get the best of you, and you might be feeling a little bit hurt about that, or feeling sad that that happened. But you have to just kind of let things go at this point. Self-sabotage is here as well. And this is about, sabotaging things for yourself before really stepping forward, because you're not valuing who you are or what you actually really bring to the table. Like I said, let yourself sparkle and shine. And then you also have become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. So you guys have a lot of talents, and you have a lot that you aren't showing to the world right now. I feel like you guys probably kind of protect yourself a bit. Just the way she's got her hand over her belly, it looks like she's just really trying to protect herself. So perhaps you guys do that, like when I saw this candle blown out, I just thought like you're dulling your shine because you don't want to go into this painful state anymore, regardless of what it was, regardless of what happened. If this was something to do with a relationship, I feel like the person you were with was a self-sabotager. They have some wounds inside them that haven't healed properly, and they self-sabotage, and it comes out in their sexuality, the way that they entice people. They like to be chased. The way that she's looking here, they like attention. Even though they like attention, you probably felt like home to them, and you probably felt that way with them as well. And 35 adds up to 8, which reminds me of like karmic cycles. And as much as people don't like to hear that, sometimes, you know, we are involved in cycles, and it has something to do with karma or something else. You know, enlightenment is here. This could have been something spiritual that you had to go through, or something that helped you get enlightened or become enlightened. Maybe the grief pushed you into this magical gateway, this path, and you've become enlightened. And that was meant to be, you know, that was meant to happen, because that's how it works. You know, you could have felt like this was your dream person or your dream friendship or your dream job, but it didn't work out for a reason. It was something that basically, you know, it's part of the cycles of life or cycles of karma. I know we don't like to hear that sometimes, but it really, you know, when we go through really tough stuff, that's when we know that we are learning. You know, that's when we know that we're getting pushed onto our path. Because we learn so well through being, you know, hurt. You learn under pressure. You learn through pain. Pain is the fastest way to learn a lesson, because you will remember those things. You will remember that. And underneath all that is selling out. So don't let yourself fall into this selling out mentality. Don't sell yourself short now that you've been through that. You are the phoenix rising. You are going to rebuild yourself 10 times stronger and better than you have ever been, because of whatever this was that you feel was a missed opportunity for you. It absolutely wasn't a missed opportunity. It was on your path in order to help you become enlightened in some way. And I feel like you guys already kind of realized that. You are lovable is here. Love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. So you guys really just need to, yeah, and right under that is take time for yourself. Make sure you are nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself. And make sure you understand what a unique, wonderful person you are. And I feel like once you kind of get back into the swing of things, volunteer always reminds me of like helping others out or being there for others. Your friendships are here calling out to you. There's people that this says support, fun, unity, play. This is at the base of your reading. You've gotten 2 friendship cards. I love when it's affirmed like that. It says fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. So don't go through all of this alone. You right now is a prime time for you to develop friendships. And I mean, right now it looks like you kind of have gone through a transition, but once you start that volunteering, which to me is kind of lending a hand to others, maybe it is legitimately volunteering. I know when I volunteer for anything, it makes me feel so good after, you know, after it's complete or after I've given back in some way. I really feel so good. And sometimes then it motivates you to kind of figure out what you really enjoy doing or what you really love. So keep that in mind. But I feel like you guys already are kind of aware of this. I think when you started kind of going through this pain, you realized that it was putting you on an enlightened path. You probably became really, really spiritual. And you also got this at the bottom of your deck: summoning power, instinct, intellect, control. You guys are so strong and so smart. And I feel like whatever this was that you went through has made you so wise. You guys just have an innate strength now because of whatever this was that you're able to stand in your power. If you haven't found that yet, the power that you possess, you guys, I feel like that's what this message is. Just opening up that, look at her, how she's kind of glowing, her third eye and her heart space. Just open yourself up to the magic that you are. I feel like you guys possess many talents in this life. I think that you guys can become something absolutely spectacular. And sometimes, like I said, we go through these situations in order to learn and grow and really truly then value who we are. Once someone has hurt us bad enough to make us feel less than, that is when we start with that Phoenix rising energy. We realize how important and how special and how wonderful we really truly are. And that's where you are right now. You guys are the Phoenix rising. This card is also at the bottom of your deck. It says, the fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. So like I said, you guys are just these, you are a magical person. You're able to enlighten others, I think, also from what you've gone through. And it looks like, you know, things are turning around for you. Things are going to start flowing to you effortlessly. I think that's probably part of the reward for whatever pain this was, this magical gateway that you're stepping into. It's really interesting how that works, how life works. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you guys. What encouraging messages are here for pile number one? Pile number one's encouraging messages. Pile number one's encouraging messages. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at this. This flew right out. Spiritual teacher. Yeah, you guys were enlightened by this situation. And whether you know it or not, you are a spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. And it doesn't have to be that this is your profession. It very well could be. It could be a passion of yours. But I feel like you guys help people on the daily. Even your friendships. I feel like you even help your friends. Anyone that speaks to you, you're passionate about these things because you've learned so much on your path. And you got healing that it flew out and it was under the... Sorry about that, pile one. I'm getting over a cold and I started a coughing fit and I didn't want that to be on your video. But yes, whatever this was, it caused enlightenment and it put you right on your path. You're probably very spiritual and you're probably really capable of helping others heal. You probably help others through grief now. It could even be a passion of yours, your spirituality and helping others. You, like I said, this flew out and it was underneath the desk. It says, now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has, excuse me, everyone has a natural healing ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So, yeah, that's your message. Also, I don't think I talked about this card, but it's interesting now that spirituality came up. Divination was at the bottom here on the base of your reading. And it says, embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So I feel like you guys are understanding more now about your path and kind of why this all happened. And you have this enlightenment now. Like I said, I mean, that was one of your cards. Enlightenment is here. And I feel like that is your encouraging messages. You are absolutely right. And you're able now to kind of move forward into this magical gateway. Let's read this again. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So just remember, don't focus on waiting for that communication or that person or that job. Don't focus on that. Move forward and you're going to find what you're looking for. I just noticed this card here. It was at the bottom of this deck. It says lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So yeah, I feel like you guys are finding new things that spark your passions because of this experience. But you just have to make sure you're letting go of that pain and that grief, and letting go of the letting go of the energy of holding on tightly to whatever that was. And guys, if this was a relationship, it could have even been a third-party situation. Like I said, this is not a prediction. This is something you already have experienced, so you will know. Or it could have been someone was just chosen, chosen over you, or chosen, and you were kind of left, someone turned their back on you. You kind of were left feeling like your love was unrequited, or the love was not running freely both ways there. So yeah. And right under lost and found was wisdom. You guys gained so much wisdom from this circumstance. So I just hope you realize how much, things that happen in our lives, the synchronicities and the things that happen in our lives happen for a reason. And most of the time when we are going through really tough times, the people that are here for really important things, if you sit down and talk to people that you admire, or people that have really become successful in your lives, most of the time they have had some traumatic stuff happen, or some hard stuff happen in their past, because that is what motivates us and inspires us to become better. So I feel like you guys already realize that. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're subscribed. And like I said, if you want a free reading from me, make sure you click on that section of the video so that you can learn more about that. And I will see you again in another video. Take care. Hello, Pile 2. Thanks so much for being here with me for your encouraging messages. If you chose Pile 2 or this stone, these are your encouraging messages. I want to make a quick note. I'm time stamping a little section for a giveaway, a holiday giveaway for a free reading with me. I just love the holidays, and I want to be able to interact with some of you guys. So if you're interested in that, I have a little section in the beginning of this video. I'll timestamp it out. You can just kind of click there to get instructions if you want to join that. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get into your reading. So Pile 2. When I laid these cards out, I instantly thought this might have to do with a celebration or a gathering. That is one of the meanings of Four of Wands. I love Four of Wands card. It's beautiful. It typically is about celebrations. It could be about the home. It could be many different things. And I always like to reiterate this, since these are pick-a cards, your stories are going to be different. Not only one person is clicking on the video, so we're going to make it kind of work with different storylines that I give you. But I think the encouraging messages are going to stay pretty much the same, because I'm getting a message in my head about, what it is that your encouraging messages and your takeaways are from this reading. So a few things could have happened here. This could have to do with home. This could have to do with celebration. This could have to do with like family gatherings, which makes sense because in the US we just celebrated some big holidays, and we have more holidays coming up. So I think some communication happened at a celebration or with family that kind of maybe took you by surprise. It came in really swiftly. It could have been sharp. It could have hurt your feelings. It also, the way that this knight makes people feel, he can be very sharp-tongued and he can be abrasive. So whatever this was, it took you off guard. It came in really fast, and it left you feeling kind of defensive, just kind of like, like you have to kind of protect yourself. You have to keep going. You're feeling kind of like, look at his face. And he's wounded. He's got a bandage over his head. In this message, it's just kind of like, almost feeling like a battle, So something happened that made you feel out of sorts, or a little somebody was abrasive with you. It could have been messages. It could have been something that happened at a family gathering. It could just be in family. It doesn't have to be a party. It could be regarding a home, or like I said, it's a lot of different things. When I first turned it over, I felt like it had to do with a celebration. And then look at the confirmation I got. This deck gave us the celebration card. So this one says, get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. So this could have even been about an invitation, guys, or something that maybe something got canceled, or something quickly just like abruptly ended, or something quickly came in and it just made you feel some sort of way. And the reason I say that is you got this on the bottom of the deck. So maybe you were feeling like somebody was tricking you, or not being 100% honest with you, or just kind of not being fair in their dealings with you. I don't know. I just got a feeling of like you didn't feel real good after whatever this was. And then we got the insecurity card here. And you know what, guys? I just got another message. So this could be, this might be for only one or two of you. If you were planning a party in your home, because look, she's got these paint cans, maybe you feel insecure about your home, or what people will feel about your home, or like if you're going to be judged. It just looks like this big dragon is like pointing at him, like almost like judging him. I know that's not exactly what that card is about. It is about trickery. But I feel like maybe you guys felt a little bit insecure about your home, or where you were having the party, or the party itself. This card is about being impartial, or being fair in your decisions, or being fair at how you look at something. This woman, she is known to help. She's kind of like, almost like the Justice card it reminds me of. She goes around trying to kind of help with disputes in the town, and two neighbors were fighting about what colors to paint their fence, and so she suggested that one neighbor paint the fence the color that the other neighbor wanted, and vice versa, in order to kind of put yourself in that other person's shoes, so to speak. So something is here that needs fairness or balance, or we'll get into that a little bit more. But here's another card that made me think maybe this was about a party or something, and you wanted to make it perfect and beautiful. It's so decorated and nice and gorgeous. Or you were really focused on this, and it was something you were really looking forward to, and some healing is here as well. So past life healing. When I get this card come up, it doesn't necessarily mean past life. It could be a circumstance that needed healing in the past. And then protection is here. And this says, the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magic fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. I almost feel like whatever this is, you guys felt like you needed, like, you felt kind of like taken aback or taken off guard. You felt like you needed to kind of protect yourself, and I'm not talking about violence. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it caught you off guard in the sense that it made you feel kind of defensive, wounded a little bit, whatever it was. But this card says, say what you mean. Maybe a discussion just needs to take place. Kind of have to, when I picked this up, I heard hit the reset button. Like, maybe you guys just have to kind of talk it out, I'm just looking up close. I've never really looked at the details of this card, and they're kind of standing out to me. Just the facial expressions, because it kind of looks like they're both not too happy at the moment. And then purification and detoxification says it's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. If this is about, family members or friends that make you feel really uncomfortable sometimes, it's okay to take a break. I mean, it's so hard sometimes, during the holidays and things, where we kind of get thrown into circumstances where, we know that people might behave this way, or, we kind of shield ourselves from these kinds of things, but it hurts. Words hurt, sometimes words can hurt. Look how this person's covering their heart space. So somebody may have, like, a family member, or somebody, doesn't have to be a family member, it could be anybody, kind of maybe caught you off guard with their words, or the way you felt judged, or you felt like it was an abrasive approach, or you felt like, you know, something was kind of shady, not, you know, not on the up and up, not, you know, somebody, maybe you felt like somebody was lying or something. I don't know. Let's see. I want to talk about some of these other cards though. Beauty is here, guys. When I get this, I just know you guys are so beautiful. You may feel insecure sometimes, but you are absolutely beautiful. And your surroundings, I'm sure your surroundings, you probably make things really beautiful around yourself. So don't feel insecure about a home, or if you're throwing a party. I feel like you guys really care. You focus on details. So don't feel that way. You are beautiful. And any insecurities you have could be from childhood or just an inner child wound that you don't really realize. But you are absolutely beautiful, and I'm sure you make things beautiful around you. You're a very sensitive soul, and I'm sure you want to make things beautiful for others. It says you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. And this could be about, you know, when you're around people that make you feel this way, kind of just shielding yourself, just kind of go in. I honestly, like, you can even say a little prayer saying, like, protect me from this energy, because we do absorb energy, and if you're really sensitive, if you're a really sensitive soul, it can really bother you, you know, it really can. It's hard, it's draining, you know, and I feel like the people that pick this pile are enlightened. The previous pile got this card. I think, you know, a lot of my viewers are enlightened, which is beautiful. I love that. And I feel like you guys just feel other people's energy, and sometimes, you know, when we're with people that are just abrasive and we haven't been with them for a long time, it can catch us off guard. And even, you know, even if we enjoy, you know, the celebration, or even if we want to be where we are, it still can feel really abrasive. Somebody, you know, could catch you off guard. Also, release all anger is here. So if there's anger in the situation, it says don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. And when you see this knight, he is not peaceful and loving. So yeah, I guess I could even say, you know, if this happened and you kind of flew off the handle, you know, this is something that you can kind of just work on saying what you mean in a kinder way. I do not feel like that's the case though. I feel like this energy was rushing towards you, and you're kind of like, please purify and detoxify this energy. Oh, and you know what? Talk to your angels was here, and I didn't even realize that when I was saying sometimes I even pray about it. I really do. Sometimes I say, you know, please just offer me some protection, because, you know, especially when you're extra sensitive, it can be very abrasive. So right under release all anger was you are lovable. Love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. And if you have any insecurities, even if this is, you know, about just seeing people in general, or you feel insecure sometimes in group settings, just understand that you are a very beautiful person inside and out, and people aren't paying attention. They're not focused on the details that you feel insecure about. They're not. They're absolutely not focused on picking at those things. And like I said, when you feel that way, feel free to say a prayer about it, you know. It could be something, like I said, an inner child wound or something to do with your inner child. But this card is also about, you know, being creative and being independent and discovering things about yourself that are awesome. And I'm sure you guys do that too. But like when you get into that space, just remember how wonderful you are. You're lovable. You're beautiful. It says value your self-worth. You got the diamond card. Does it get any better than diamond? You are God's precious gem. Look at you. You're a diamond. And right under that was bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. You guys are very beautiful. You have a very sensitive heart, very beautiful heart. And sometimes I feel like, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Sometimes I feel like, you know, people's approach can be very abrasive to you. Sorry, I'm just taking a sip of water. Maybe sometimes you guys have to speak up for yourself too, because like that cough really wanted to come out. Miracle is under this card. So just always believe in miracles. You are a miracle. That's, you know, it's just something that we sometimes we don't realize how special we are. Right underneath that is growth. I feel like you guys are very prosperous. You're able to manifest things, you're able to grow things, and you have so much worth in everything that you touch. You're able to kind of make it grow. And imagine, you know, a seed that gets planted in dirt that sprouts. It's kind of a miracle in itself, you know, and you guys have that ability. You're really capable. And then right under that is victim. Just make sure you never fall into that victim mentality. Just use these experiences and kind of turn them around. Oh, and look, the same characters are in this card. That's interesting. Yeah, so if you feel like an outsider, or when you feel like, you know, people are trying to make you a victim in a sense, or trying to make you feel like the odd person out, just know how, you know, special you are, and remind yourself of your self-worth. And you are beautiful, and you're so special, and you're so talented. And look at the bottom row, guys. I want to show this to you because I feel like this pile is very abundant in many, many ways, but sometimes maybe some insecurities can make you feel a little bit less abundant than you actually are. I also feel like you're really humble too. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land. There is enough abundance for everyone. And then manifestation is here. Look, guys, I mentioned this and I wasn't paying attention to these cards. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. And then you guys also got believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Yeah, guys, and look, you also got this fairies earth magic. I feel like you guys really are magic. Look, I even said when I picked this up, miracle, I feel like you guys really have, you listen. You guys listen, I'm serious. I feel like you guys really can create magic. With the growth card and the magic, two cards that just literally say magic, and the miracles card, I feel like you guys, when you believe in yourself, you're on fire. You can really do amazing things, guys. I just got chills. I really do feel like that. When you're motivated, just make sure you protect your dreams, because you can do anything. Look at this. Protect your dreams is here. You guys can do anything. I got chills again, guys. You guys are really magical. If you don't know it, you have a major power to, you guys have a major power to manifest or create literally anything you want in your life. You guys are spectacular. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. And sometimes, you know, when people are really sensitive and they're so humble, you know, we create insecurities because of our sensitivities. You know, sometimes that's kind of to protect ourselves. But you guys are not only beautiful, you're abundant, you're magic, you're able to manifest. You're really, really a powerful person. And if you don't realize it now, if you're not enlightened yet, please open your eyes to all that is you, because you're amazing. And I'm not just saying that, I'm serious. You are absolutely amazing. Yeah, guys, I feel like you guys have been through a lot of life lessons too that taught you a lot about life. It says you can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lessons and blessings they contain. So when things come at you and make you feel like you kind of have to protect yourself, just realize how important and wonderful and special you are. You guys really are. I hope you know that. If you take nothing else from this reading, just take that, because you are. And I mean, you got so many really positive cards. I'm going to take one more card. I'm sorry, I said positive. I was going to say positive messages, but encouraging messages for pile 2. You guys are probably really positive too. Positive messages for pile number 2, please. Positive messages for pile number 2. Oop. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Achievement. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you guys have been through some transformations. darkness to light. You guys have understood the darkness, and that's why you value the light so much. I feel like you guys have been through some things. This is like the transformation, death and rebirth. Like you guys have been through some things which has really made you, I wanted to say intelligent, but it's really given you wisdom. Achievement, effort plus intention. So, oh gosh, yeah. I almost thought that was an elephant. It's not. That's my favorite animal. And elephants are so intelligent. You guys are probably really close to your family too, because elephants are that way. This is not an elephant though. It looks kind of like a bison or something. But achievement. You guys are able to achieve amazing things. Effort plus intention. Here's what I want to say, guys. Just make sure you always keep your mindset very positive, because this little devil guy or whatever this is, he has a way of kind of tricking you guys sometimes, because you're so humble and you're sweet and you're sensitive. Sometimes your insecurities can trick you. Make sure you don't let that happen. I mean, when it happens, because it happens to all of us, when it happens, make sure you switch your mindset really fast. And we can do that by focusing on other things. I also feel like you guys are really fair and impartial, and people probably come to you to settle disputes. So maybe like arguments in family, sometimes you're the peacemaker. That can definitely be. Calming the waters is here. Peaceful self-regulation. You guys are really good at calming the situations, you know, like you're able to kind of see both sides. You're able to kind of step back. And I think you are the woman in this card, actually. That's the storyline. I feel like you guys can settle the disputes and kind of help calm these waters when this energy rushes through to others. You guys are amazing. I love this pile. I really hope you're subscribed, pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. It's amazing. You guys are amazing. And I feel like, yeah, you know, things might come at you guys where like loss, lack, fear, victimization. I feel like sometimes because of like some inner child wounds or something, sometimes you guys do feel like victims in certain ways, and then hostilities here, conflict, unrest. I feel like you guys don't really realize how powerful you are sometimes, which gets you into this insecure mindset. But you guys are absolutely magical. You can just rest on that. You are. Let me show you this again. Manifestation, abundance, motivation, believe in magic. You are magic. You guys are able to manifest anything, and you can do anything. You guys are really smart. You're probably clairvoyant. You are able to kind of keep the peace. You have literal magic at your fingertips. You believe in magic, and there it is, you know, you have that understanding. You're enlightened. That means nothing can stop you. Just try to make sure that the insecurities, whenever that creeps into your mind, or don't feel like, you know, don't focus on lack and loss. Just realize that you are able to overcome anything. And like, for instance, in this card, you know, don't fear loss. Just know that whatever happens, you're capable of, you know, gaining things back. 34, it adds up to 7. 7's really spiritual. I think through your spirituality, you guys are able to overcome anything. So don't fear. Like, let's say you've gone through a lot of loss in your past, or you've been through, you know, things that made you feel, you know, these hostilities came up, conflicts, unrest. You probably have been through a lot in your past, but don't focus on the loss. Just focus on the ability to move forward and regain all the growth that you deserve, because you guys do have that ability. You're amazing manifestors, and you, like I said, you got the miracle card. Just believe in miracles, believe in magic, be good people, which I feel like you guys are. You're very sensitive to others, and it says value your self-worth. Bless your heart. Sometimes, you know, you might have anger brew up, and sometimes it could be because you feel like people don't value you, but you have to value yourself first. And you have so many gifts that hopefully after this, you know, to truly value yourself. You are an amazing person, and you've been through a lot, and that was in order to kind of create this person who has this strength that can kind of turn situations into positive things. You're able to do that. You're able to kind of settle disputes in a peaceful way. And remind yourself that you are lovable at all times when, you know, you feel this energy rushing at you. Just know that you are absolutely beautiful and you're able to accomplish anything. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, just if you are interested in a free reading from me, feel free to click on that timestamp and it'll be explained there. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great evening and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me for this pick a card. These are your encouraging messages if you chose pile 3 or this beautiful stone. Pile 3, also I want to mention I'm giving away free readings, so I want you, if you're interested, to just look for the timestamp. I will mark it in the video, and then you guys can find out the details about that if you're at all interested in a free reading. I want to start off by saying something in your life is out of balance right now, majorly, because the Temperance is about balance, and it is reversed, and you got Harmony twice. So I feel like harmony is really needed in your life. What do we think of when we think of harmony? We usually think of like peace and harmony. This says you are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So I feel like you guys, something just feels really out of balance for you. You also got the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords, it's about mental energy that's kind of making you feel trapped, like you can't move forward. But if you actually look at the card, she's not actually trapped by these swords. She is blindfolded, so she can't see that. But if she just walked forward, she would be able to get through the sword. So she's not actually trapped. But this is about, you know, feeling trapped in your mind. It's like a mental block, sort of like something's making you feel like you don't know how to move forward, or you feel kind of stuck. And I think it's to do with being out of balance, or something needing to be examined and balanced. This is not going to be for everyone, guys, and you also got balanced friendships, so I feel like balance needs to be restored. This is not going to be for everyone, guys, but one of the things that did come up for me when I was looking at this, just make sure that everything's balanced in your health. You know, a lot of times, especially females, we can get really out of balance with certain things. Hopefully you have a health routine or a doctor that you see, but something could be out of balance, and that's not to scare anybody, and that's not going to be for everyone. It might not even be for anyone, but that's something that this reminded me of, like kind of being out of balance with something in health. And moderation came up here. So it says, is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So moderation might be needed to put you back in balance. Also, I feel like you guys got this Discovery card, and this is about someone. So this person, Pink, they called him in the book, he was really in love with, he had the love of his life, he thought. The person's name was Petunia. And Petunia ended up leaving him or going away. And so he went to the Sky God because he was desperate. And he just wanted to know, like, what should I do? What can I do next? And the Sky God told him that Petunia is not capable of receiving love. And so he realized that the person was put in his life just to show him, teach him kind of how to love, or how expandable his love is. And then what happened is he had to discover, he had to discover new pathways for himself and discover what he really enjoyed, and kind of had to rediscover life in general because he was so focused on that one thing. And then he realized that, there's a whole nother life out there other than that. So, don't be so focused on one thing that you lose parts of yourself. And, if you do that, maybe there's a part of yourself that wants to be discovered again, and, it's calling out to you. You also have Hole in the Soul, and this is about being really wounded, just wounded so badly that you have pain that you have to kind of deal with, and try to heal. It's about, you know, feeling abandoned in childhood, or feeling like you have childhood wounds, or feeling like someone, doesn't have to be in childhood, someone really wounded you, and it makes you feel, you know, maybe you were in a relationship and you felt abandoned, you know, when it ended, or it really hurt you to your core, like it hurt you. And right next to that is completion. So that makes me feel like whatever this is over. It already happened, and this is kind of like the release where you can take a sigh of relief and try to kind of balance things out now and get some mental clarity for yourself. I want to make a note because, you know, I pay attention to everything when I'm doing these readings. And when I was getting ready, I had started your video, and my daughter busted through the doors of my office, and she's 4. She's the best, but she doesn't usually do that, but she really needed something from me, and she like busted through. And it made me think, like, when we're kids, we just tell everybody what we need. You know, we don't stifle what we need. We don't hold it in. When we're little, you know, we have needs and they have to be met, and we go get them met. I mean, think about infants. They cry until they get fed, or they cry until they get changed. Like, we don't think about hiding our, you know, what we really truly need. So for me, it just was a signal. What happened after she did that, then I realized I needed, I just felt really cold. And I realized, like, I needed to kind of warm myself up a little bit. There was, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I was so busy before that doing readings and stuff. I wasn't paying attention to my needs at all. And then she busted in the door. She was telling me about her needs. And then I realized what my needs were as well. So I feel like there's something that really needs your attention. I also then looked at my phone, and if I would have continued your recording as it was, my phone would have died, so I had to plug it in. But that in itself is a message for me. When I've done personal readings, that always signals to me that the person is like really low on energy and needs a recharge, period. Hold on one second, I just need a sip of water. So what I feel like you guys really need a recharge, okay? I feel like you guys need to kind of get back into balance. You need to accept a situation, accept that the completion is here, which is a good thing, because I feel like whatever this was actually keeping you trapped or making you feel somewhat trapped in some way. It was definitely making you out of balance. Perhaps you were putting too much energy and attention onto someone else, and it was preventing you from, you know, providing for your own needs. And then also, you know, balance just keeps coming up everywhere here. And then harmony. Maybe you need something that's more harmonious for you. Maybe you were, you know, either in a situation with a person or in a job. It could be anything. It could be you focusing too much on something. Sorry guys, I just drank water and I'm feeling like I might have to cough again. Anyway, gratitude is at the bottom of this deck, so just make sure you are grateful for everything you do have. DNA karma was here. That's actually what made me think maybe something's out of balance, you know, in your health or something. But you would know. If you're feeling really bad, I hope you're visiting the doctor, and, you know, maybe something could be out of balance. But also, you know, karma, it's about past, you know, past things that have gone on in our lives, or past things that we've watched other people do, or, you know, this card talks about ancestors and things, you know, sometimes people talk about family trauma and things being passed from generation to generation. With this here, I feel like you guys have the ability to stop any bad negative patterns if that was something that you are witnessing in your family or that has gone on in the past. I feel like whatever that is, whatever the mental block is, or whatever has you feeling trapped, I feel like whatever the past karma could have been, or the cycle, you know how people say, you know, generational cycles get passed from, you know, mother to child, and, you know, or, you know, mother to son, just get passed from generation to generation. You guys have the ability to break that and complete it. And that's wonderful. And it could have something to do with this, you know, holes in the soul, or pain from childhood, or abandonment, or just feeling wounded from, you know, feeling neglected, or it could be really anything. And like I always say with pick-a cards, it is going to be different for everyone. But this, you know, the hole in the souls, it can be really deep pain. And it says give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. And sometimes we do need to do that. You know, when we feel stuck and we feel like we just cannot move forward, we can't get out of this. Sometimes when you step back, you take a deep breath, you pray about it, then you'll realize you can move forward. There is a way out of here. Just like in this card, she absolutely can step forward. She just can't see that. And once she removes the blindfolds, she'll be able to see that. And in the Temperance card, when balance is restored, it's really a lovely, beautiful card. You know what, guys? I just noticed this crown. I've actually never noticed the crown in this picture. Maybe someone felt like they knocked your crown off, or, you know, they knocked you down, you know, off a pedestal, or they knocked you, you know, maybe they hurt your self-confidence. They made you feel like you've lost your crown. But you are able to heal that on your own. It's an illusion that they have made you feel that way. And with the Temperance card, I always feel like there's a connection to the divine. Like when I see the liquid flowing into these chalices here, I just feel like, you know, the divine flows through you. And once you realize that, you're able to kind of heal things and break things, break patterns that you never thought you could on your own. You just have to have a willingness to kind of look and dig into the situation, kind of take the blindfold off and actually look at the situation to see what your pathway forward is, see what you need to accept, what you have to be thankful for, what you know, the willingness to change. This says you are able to compromise if the end result is love. But I feel like you guys really do have a strong virtue about you. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. And like I said, harmony came up here many times, and balance. So you guys really need to find that balance in your life, create that harmony again. And it could be, you know, maybe there's an addiction going on, or maybe there's something that you feel like you can't control, or maybe you do need to give it to God and kind of ask for help in regards to what you need moderation for. It could even be, you know, perhaps you're working too much and you're not spending enough time at home or relaxing. You're burning the candle at both ends. Look at the candles burning here. Maybe you're just, you know, throwing yourself into all this a little too hard. And even though you have really pure intentions, it's harming you in some sort of way. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desires with pure intentions, and for the highest good of all. You know, career changes at the bottom of this deck, and options is here, and there's another scale in this. So if it is about a work situation, maybe you're really burning the candle at both ends, and you're not recharging your batteries enough. You need to find harmony and balance. And then this says, consider the career possibilities that are open to you, which also, don't forget, the scales are here. So maybe something that would be more balanced out for your life or create more harmony in your life. And then this says, you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So perhaps that's, you know, perhaps it's something like that. I do want to say, and you guys got the DNA Karma Ancestors card. This is really awesome. It says, sign from heaven. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. So you are being watched over. That's a beautiful message. And new beginnings is right under that. So if you guys are starting, and I do think you have new beginnings coming up, because like I said, you're walking into this path. Right now you feel stuck, but you just need a little bit of balance in your life, and you're going to be able to move forward on this brand new you're discovering a whole new life, a whole new path ahead. And new beginnings is here. It says, take this opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. So it also says, look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. So if there is something that you're not looking at, or that you don't have enough knowledge about, you know, research it. Our phones, we have so much access to so much knowledge. Just put in that effort, have the willingness to kind of look at what you need to. You also got this card at the bottom of your deck. and adjustment. This is a really important card. This card is about, looking back but moving forward. So knowing where you've been, but also knowing that you know, that you need to move forward, basically, that you are able to move forward and make adjustments where you need to in order to balance out your life, or, figure out. And it says typically when you put this card down in a reading to kind of look at what cards are nearest to it. And acceptance is here where I put it, and new beginnings and discovery. You need to discover that path that's going to bring you this balance that you need, and unlock you from thinking that you're stuck, because it's just your mind that's making you think that. And you have full support right now. You even have loved ones in spirit. So right under that card is trust, and it says you can trust the people around you. They are earth angels sent to give you the guidance you seek. And I think this has to do with trusting yourself, because this person is not trusting themselves. They can't tell that they can just move forward. She could move her toes around here and just kind of inch her way forward to see that she's not actually trapped. Also, these bandages that are holding her, this, whatever this is that's holding her, it's not wound very tight. It looks like she can just wiggle right out of that, but something is blocking her. I think she's just out of balance so much, or she's so focused on something else that she's not able to realize that she can get out of that. And then right under the trust card is first step. And it says breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easy to take the first step. And the first step is always the hardest, guys. Isn't that true? It really is. So you also got join in. So maybe you need to look for a group of like-minded individuals. If it is something that you're struggling with in regards to an addiction, or maybe it's a weight issue, or something to do with maintaining balance in work and home life, and whatever it is, maybe if you find like-minded people, it would help you kind of realize tips and tricks, and then look at, do research, look in books. Even if it's a career change, find networking. There's lots of different networking groups and social media. LinkedIn is one of those places where you can definitely find like-minded individuals with regards to career. But you are the Phoenix Rising. You guys have been through really tough times, and it has brought you up into this much stronger energy. And like I said, you can rely on the fact that tough situation has come to its completion. So I feel like you guys just need to kind of trust in yourself. Know that you have the strength. You're the Phoenix Rising. Hope is right here. And this says, hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So see, you're blindfolded right now to something, but hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Give it to God if you feel like it's something you don't know how to, what to do next, Try to kind of, and like I said, then, join like-minded groups to help you, or, if it's a weight situation, join like Weight Watchers, or there's lots of different apps where you can communicate with others. If it's a career situation and you want to learn more about a new path, look in a book, look online, join LinkedIn, and there's a lot of support around that you basically, can tap into to kind of help you. And then it also says here, take off your masks. So perhaps you're not living your true path, or what you really, really want to do. Maybe you're kind of staying in a line of work because of family influence, or something to do with, something that's kind of holding you back because you don't want to be judged. And it just says basically, take off your mask. Don't worry about rejection. Rejection was next, and then home is right under that. So if this has to do with feeling rejected by family, when you think of this fable that we just talked about, this is your life, guys. We have one incarnate. Well, I don't know what you believe. I can't say you believe that there's one incarnation, and I'm not going to get into that, but I'm just saying, like, this life that we're living right now, the life that we're living right now, we have a limited amount of time. Live your life for yourself. Discover who you really are. Take the mask off. You're the Phoenix Rising. You absolutely can move forward. You have so much wisdom. You got the wisdom card. It says learning, joy, art, music. you guys have so much wisdom, you might not even realize it yet, but once you start down that new path, you're going to understand the wisdom that you actually do have from whatever you've gone through in your past. And also, like I said, with the Temperance card is all about balance, patience, being gentle with others, being gentle with yourself. And it's also about that connection to spirit, and you have give it to God. You also have calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. So if you guys are dealing with something where you have to kind of deal with, you know, anything that is making you feel like you're kind of stuck because of the circumstance, be it health, be it addictions, it says peaceful self-regulation. You guys have the strength to overcome whatever it is that you feel needs regulated in your life. And you actually have the potential to be this Queen of Pentacles. She is a boss. She likes luxury. She likes wonderful things. She's a great nurturer. She takes great care of herself. She can take care of those around her. You guys are capable of this. It's absolutely there for you. You have the power. I also want to mention in regards to health, if this is something to do with health, because that moderation card came up, and then I told you when my daughter busted in here, I realized I was cold, and like I just kept thinking of things, and then the battery needed charged. So listen to your intuitive feelings. Dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. Dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs. And then also consult a nutritionist. Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good, are fulfilling, and support my ideal health and weight. And by the way, guys, my daughter just came back to the door. So I'm telling you, something is like knocking on your door that you need to kind of pay attention to balance out, to help you move forward. And massage is also here, which is a message about just taking care of yourself. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me know that I deserve to receive massages and other self-care treatments. So self-love, self-care, you guys really need to balance some things out, make things more harmonious in your life, and you guys are going to find that once that happens, you're filled with this creation and passion for things. You're going to want to get out there and share your gifts with the world in regards to what you can do and what you can create. And radiance is right under that, guys. Look what's coming for you. You have all this beautiful energy that wants to come in, and right now it's just your mind that's holding you back. You have the strength to make the changes to balance the life back out, balance things out in your life. So I hope that helped. Those are your encouraging messages, guys. Don't forget to check the timestamps if you're interested in a free reading. And I hope you have such a beautiful evening, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care. Hello, pile number 4. Thank you so much for being here for another pick a card. If you chose pile number 4 or this stone, this is your message, your encouraging messages, actually. I just want to make a quick note. I am giving away a free reading, so there will be a section in the timestamps if you're interested in that, just kind of giving instructions on how to do that. And I want to also mention, guys, if you were at all drawn to pile number 2, you may want to listen to that, because you guys got some similar energies. The foundation cards towards the bottom of your reading are all the same, I believe, as pile number 2. You'll see if you kind of go back there. But pile number 4, I just want to hug you guys. You guys have really been through it. I also want to mention that my readings are not predictions. So this energy has already gone through. You've already experienced whatever this is. The Tower card is extremely sudden. It kind of knocks you off your feet. It kind of really rocks your world. It's a faulty, it's something that's built on a faulty foundation that's being struck by lightning, and it's finally collapsing because it was not something that was built sturdy from the beginning. And actually, once you start kind of looking back at the situation, I bet you'll see or understand some of the red flags you may have missed. That's typical of the Tower card and the broken heart. I mean, you guys definitely, this was pain. You guys had some really, really deep pain with this. It could have been a third-party situation. I say that because of 3 of Swords. Sometimes it's 3 people. Like I said, this already happened and it's also showing that it's no longer fresh because there's no blood coming out of the heart or anything like that. So this happened already, and I'm sending you guys so much love. This is painful. Whatever this was, it really shook you up. What I want to say though is you got a lot of, actually, this card, when I picked up the deck, slid out, and I put it back in because I hadn't shuffled yet, and then it came out. So this is really a strong message. You guys may be thinking a lot about memories of the past, or memories about this, whatever this was that hurt you and crumbled. Emotions is here. You probably have some really deep emotions regarding this situation. And energy healing and be gentle with yourself and chakra clearing are all very strong messages for you. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. And then energy healing, your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. I also feel like you guys can go, it wouldn't hurt, because you also got chakra clearing. It says by clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. If I were you, if you believe in the chakra clearing and things like that, there's a lot of really great chakra clearings. If you go to YouTube and you just type it in, you can search it and find a lot of free chakra clearings. So if that's something you're open to, I would try that. I really would, because it helps. I mean, we all emit energy. Energy is all around us. When our chakras get blocked, I feel like something's going on, of course, with your heart chakra, because I think, it definitely affected your heart. And when this card came up, this is one of the chakra cards, and it's green, which is your heart chakra. So you guys, and vulnerability is here. I feel like sometimes you guys, because you were so hurt, sometimes you feel like you don't want to show this vulnerability anymore, or maybe you felt a little bit naive once this happened, or but I have a lot to say to you regarding what's going on with this. So the encouraging messages are, this is putting you on your path. Whatever happened here is literally putting you on your life purpose path. Discover your life purpose is here. And this release, I want to read this because it's pretty powerful. When this card comes up, it's not just to try and release the pain in the past and release the memories and release the emotions. Let me read this to you. It's powerful. It says, see all that you are, for you possess a power that you have yet to understand. This may feel daunting, but great freedom awaits as you meet your shadow self. Profound inner wisdom is coming to you. Stand steady. You are more than you know. So I talk about this a lot in our videos, guys. The people that have the biggest missions in this world, or the most important things that lie before them in their paths, they have really gone through things, because once you go through things, it's the universe's way of teaching you quickly. And then you will have the empathy, and you will have the knowledge, and you will have the wisdom to help others with other pain that they go through. I mean, pain is part of our existence. I feel like whatever this is, this reminds me of kind of getting on your path. I feel like whatever this is, it's something that, like, it's going to be, you're going to remember your life like before this incident, whatever this is, and after. And it's going to literally be a shift in your life. It's going to change you in a lot of ways. And you're already probably going through that now. You're already kind of realizing these things. Gossip is here, and gossip, guys, this card, it could be about gossip. Maybe there was gossip surrounding this. Maybe a friend group started talking about this or gossiping about it. That's possible. But this card is really about not realizing what you have until it's gone. And I feel like whatever happened here, whomever was in the wrong here, whoever hurt you, or made this crumble, pierced your heart, they are definitely going to understand your worth once you are out of their lives. This card is, the story is this woman here. She was kind of looked at, she was just very different, than the people in the town, but she was like eccentric. She, you know, she dressed really different. She painted her house green. I think she loved the color green also. But when she passed away, the townspeople realized that she was an amazing artist, and they found artwork in her home that she had painted with love. And she painted the people in her town in such a beautiful light. And so they didn't realize all of her gifts until she was gone. And that's what I feel is happening, you know, or will happen in your situation. One of your biggest messages that I want you to understand is, don't get stuck on this for long. Precious time is here. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So we have a limited amount of time here, so don't get stuck. This is why I get really, and I've talked about this in my other videos, I don't like doing love readings when people are asking about past loves and things, because I don't want people getting stuck. And it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game to get stuck. So, you know, whatever this is, I feel like you just have to gather the wisdom, turn your wounds into wisdom, do your healing, and move forward. And once you do, like I said, I feel like a whole new world, you're stepping onto your path. You're going to be like the phoenix rising. And guys, also, you got justice here. This reminds me of the justice card in the deck. You will have justice in this situation. And you know what the best justice is when someone really hurts you? It's blissful happiness for your own life. It is absolute blissful happiness for your own life. So turn the page and begin building this tower on a sturdy ground. And if you build it yourself, you can trust yourself, and you'll know that it is sturdy. You don't have to depend on someone else. Trust was at the bottom of your deck, and I feel like you need to trust yourself. This is time for you to step up. Trust yourself. Heightened intuition is here. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness, as it's trustworthy. Wellness is right under that, so definitely take care of yourself, guys. Make sure you're doing those chakra clearings if you can. And right under that is spiritual path. Typically, when we get really hurt or crushed by something, it really does open us up to a different world. We realize our purpose. We realize our strength. We are then able to help others heal. This says, your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. Yeah, guys, definitely listen to pile 2, because this is kind of I'm thinking, I mean, I feel like yours was a little bit more painful than theirs, but I do feel like it's similar. Shine from within is here. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So that's a beautiful message, guys. And solitude is under that. I feel like you guys do need to go in and, you know, within and heal. And when you're doing that, your life is going to change. You're going to realize your strength. If you need help, make sure you ask for help. Definitely ask for help if you feel like you need it. You got hole in the soul here. And have faith, right? Believe that. You guys, this hole in the soul card is about feeling abandoned or feeling neglected, or, you know, it's really deep pain, which we see here. Somebody really hurt you, and you have wounds that you need to tend. Definitely. Now I want to go through, these are the messages that were on the bottom of the other reading. I think it was pile 2. Look, celebration is here. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. So you could be getting invited somewhere, possibly. Believe in magic is here. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says, you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Yes, guys, you have these gifts. Once you go within and you heal, you are going to realize your strength and what you're actually here for, your life purpose. This is to push you onto your path. And you're protected right now. You're protected. And also, you know, lean on friendships, friends, if you have friends. It says, use your natural healing abilities. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. And then activation is here. I feel like when I see this card, I feel like you really do need to get some emotions out. This, you know, wind is so powerful. I feel like you really do need to get some of these emotions out. You have to, you know, think of wind when it, you know, when it gets stopped up or when something's in its path. It can destroy things. So make sure you're getting your emotions out, and underneath that, nurturing. Look how beautiful this is. This is your energy, guys. You're going to be able to grow all this beauty after you nurture yourself. You are going to turn into this goddess, this beautiful. Look at it, it's Gaia. I mean, it doesn't get better. You have all the abundance. You have growth at your fingertips. Reflection is here. So that's definitely going to happen. Winter solstice, it's about peaceful reflection. It's sometimes when we get into this, I just saw the Stay Positive card. And I am one that definitely preaches positivity. I 100% believe that we create our lives and that positive mindsets really make a difference. But there's something to be said for being sad. You can go within and think about the situation and reflect. It's healthy to do that and get it out, get the emotions out. Let your, you know, feel the emotions, get that out. And then look what happens once you do that. Rebirth. And this reminds me of the Gaia card. Look how beautiful your future is, guys. You have all this abundance in your future. Absolutely. I'm going to pull a couple more. And just breathe, guys. When you feel overwhelmed, just breathe. Just breathe. Love is here, compassion. Reach out for others when you need help. If you do, you know, if you have a loved one that, you know, if you feel really, you know, when you get worked up about things and you feel like you need companionship, definitely reach out. Caffeine free is here. This, you know, this is funny. When I saw this, I thought, you know, because when I'm really anxious and I drink too much coffee, sometimes it really does add to my anxious feelings. So be careful with caffeine. Just be mindful. Drink more water than coffee. Let's get encouraging messages for pile 4, please. Encouraging messages for pile 4. Encouraging messages for pile 4. Gosh, guys, I didn't even see, I gotta show you something. I didn't even see this one card on the bottom of the deck here, and I just talked about feeling all of your emotions. Encouraging messages for pile number 4, please. Yep. Whoa. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Setting boundaries, threshold protection, and honor. Yeah, guys, you need to learn how to protect yourself and set boundaries, honor yourself, have the strength. You are so strong. Set those boundaries when you need to. And telepathy is about kind of feeling connected to others in general. It says transmission, perception, communication, but just feeling connected to others, and the universe itself is here. So you probably will feel more connected. Summoning power is here. Instinct, intellect, and control. When I see this card, I think of how powerful this woman is. She's standing here just very comfortable with these 2 wolves, and she has all this power that she's emitting. And the moon behind her, it just reminds me of a very strong individual. And this basically is saying that you have the intellect and the instinct and the control in order to, you know, create anything. You're very strong. You may not realize that yet, but you are. And then Harvest is here, which also reminds me of that Gaia card. You guys have blessings coming, gathering of blessings. And you have this nurturing, beautiful, look at the sustenance in this card. I feel like you guys definitely have earned some blessings because of what you've gone through. And I want to show you this because I had said, you know, let yourself feel all of your emotions when that Stay Positive card came up. And that was actually here on the bottom of the deck. And Forgiveness Heals is right below that. And you're forgiving for yourself. You're not forgiving for the other party involved. When you forgive, you can let it go. You can release it. You can let it go in order to heal it. I'm going to just take a couple of cards here. Hold on. Encouraging messages for pile number 4. Look at that. I was taking a love card for you guys because I feel like this may have been a love situation. And immediately this came out, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Just know that that is possible, guys. Whatever this was not right. Even if it felt like it was built on faulty foundations. There was no way it would ever sustain, no matter what brought it down, no matter what brought the situation down. There's no way it would have stayed solid. It wasn't built on a strong foundation. And if you look back, I am sure once you're healed, if you look back, that's why reflection is there. It's important. If you look back, you will see it wasn't built on solid ground. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So just stay optimistic, guys. You have a soulmate coming. You absolutely will be able to get through this. You guys are going to be so different after you've healed from this. You're going to be so strong and powerful and magical. And facade is here. I think right now you might be really sad and you're putting on a facade because you don't want to show the world how sad you are. But gratitude is right under that. And you will be feeling this very soon. You will no longer have to have a facade. You are going to get justice in the situation. You are going to feel happy. I want to pull a life path card for you guys because life path did come up in case any of you guys are kind of wondering. I know animals was at the bottom of the deck. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. Let me just get a couple more encouraging messages for pile number 4, please. Encouraging messages for pile number 4, please. Encouraging messages for pile number 4. Freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Nutrition is here. If that's something you're interested, you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. And books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So there's many things because this is a pick a card. It could be lots of different things. I just wanted to pull those to see what comes up because your life purpose, you know, came up. But your life purpose is such a strong aspect of your life after this situation. You will know what your life purpose is. You're going to have the freedom to choose because you guys are very talented. You're very smart. You're very strong. You're very creative. You will have the freedom to pick anything. And you also, because you've gone through so much, you also could get into, you know, a spiritual path. I didn't read this card, but I want to now. I mentioned that this is like the justice card where you will get justice in the situation. But this also says your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. You guys could do anything. You could do anything. You are so intelligent and you're so talented. And look I said you could do anything. And Heart's Desires is here as well. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become reality. Guys, your life is changing. Your life is changing. You're going to go from that chapter to your brand new chapter. And it's going to start as soon as you heal and release the pain. You can reflect. I know memories are going to come up. We are human. Just make sure that you're not, you know, hardening yourself. And that vulnerability you know, I feel like you're going to be protecting yourself for a while. Make sure that you are understanding that you will be able to move forward. Stay optimistic about your love life. Call in your soulmate. Use affirmations to do that. There's lots of things online about that, and it's happening for you guys. It is, guys. I promise you. Also, magnify your intentions here. Choose a specific goal to work toward. Your energy is spread out among too many ideas. Bring your focus back to the key intention and let your angels help. So when you're ready, and right under that is first step. When you're ready to take the first step, whichever goal you want to focus on first, when you're ready, make sure that you kind of hone into what you want. Start journaling. Books is here. Start journaling what you really, really want. You can have anything. You can do anything. And I'm telling you, whatever this was, it's going to change your life. There's going to be a before this circumstance life and an after. Mark my words. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to feel so generous. You're going to feel whole, and you're going to feel powerful. Like I said, hole in the soul, you're going to heal that. Just have faith. And right under that is alchemy. You can change anything in your life. You have the power. You're an alchemist. You can do anything. Unleash your creativity is right under that. You guys are creative. You could do anything. Anything you put your mind to. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry that you've gone through this pain, but I'm telling you right now, it was for a purpose, and you are going to come out so strong and powerful and unstoppable. And don't forget, the best karma, the best way to, you know, show someone what they're missing is your happiness. Focus on your happiness. That is the best revenge. Your life, building it. Like I said, building this tower up so it's so solid no one can knock it down. And you will have the power to do that. Take care of yourselves. I hope you subscribe. If you like this type of reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you want a personal reading, feel free to check out the timestamp so that you understand how to do that. And I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you take care of yourself. Please heal. Make sure you do those chakra cleanses. It all sounds like it's far away now, or it could sound like it is, but it's going to happen way faster than you think. So take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.